going on, everybody? It's been a while since we've done a Facebook Live here. You guys know what that means. We got some new stuff we're getting ready to launch on the page, and everybody on Facebook knows that y'all get to see it first. So with that being said, it's been a while. My hunting season has came to an end, and we're gonna switch gears into some fishing stuff. We got tons of new product we're gonna launch here soon, starting with one today. With all that being said, I know y'all didn't come here just to look at pretty old little me. So let's go ahead and jump into things. What do y'all think? So right now we just got us a fresh cup of plastic. Just making sure it's up to temp here, which we're good to go. So let's get y'all situated right here in the action. Alright. There we go. Fresh cup of plastic. Got us a couple of molds picked out over here. So what are we going to be using today? Dead on Plastix Monkey Shine, which is supposed to be like, for you fishing guys and gals out there, it's supposed to be like a monkey milk is the color that it's actually called. But we'll see what it looks like. Basically a white with a like a blue highlight or a blue shimmer to it, and some black glitter. With that being said, let's go ahead and mix it together here. Well, let's see. That was about 25 drops for 1 cup. I've never used this color before, so we're gonna see how far that takes us on the color scale before we go to mixing too much. But you can see how beautiful of a color that is, with the almost like a white pearl with a blue highlight on it. So we're just gonna get this mixed in pretty good. Oh yeah, we're gonna add a little bit more. So that was about 25, so let's added about 10 more drops. So that puts us up to about 35 drops here. And I expect this to change just a little bit when we add our glitter. Alright, so we're going to make sure that's good and mixed in. Alright. That should be good enough. A real pretty blue color. Blue sheen, white pearl with like a blue highlight going on. So let's add some glitter. And we're just going to use plain old black glitter, which is what is typically in this color. Now we could change it if we wanted to, however we wanted to. But being what it is, we're just going to use the traditional black glitter. Alright, let's start with that and get that mixed in. Let me slide that down so y'all can see that. Let's get that all mixed together. Oh yeah, I think that's going to be plenty enough for us to use here. It's already looking 10 times better. Alright. And that is again, what you would call your traditional monkey milk, which is just a blue highlight with some black flake. So let's use up as much plastic as we can here. Let me close my glitter up before we spill that and have a huge mess on our hands. Now, just because I'm using Dead on Plastix Monkey Shine, it doesn't mean that there's not more than one way to skin a cat. and we can talk about that later. But oh, we got our plastic ready. I got 2 molds that's already picked out. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and get us a couple more here, just in case, and then we'll inject them and take a look. So let's start with our first injector here. We'll draw us up some plastic. Alright. Going on to mold number 1. That took almost the whole injector worth there, which is okay. But we're going to use up as much of this plastic as we can. So let's get this little mold off to the side here. It doesn't take much plastic. Alright. I'll put the leftovers back in there. And then let me grab my other injector here. See if we can fill this up another mold real quick. Alright. Mold number 3. Full. Let's go to mold number 4. Alright. Still in mold number 4. It's just got individual ports or sprues for each bait. There's 4 of them in there. It doesn't take much plastic, so let's go ahead and see if we can fill up this last mold with what we got left. Alright folks, that'll about do it. I'll go back and make sure everything's topped off. That's what we got here. I'll just take the, now that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different molds with 1 cup mixed up, and I'm just going to take what's left in the cup and top off a couple of these molds from where it starts to cool down, and it draws the plastic up in each of those cavities. That's about it. So you can see that's how much we got left from 1 cup. Not too bad. So we'll give these I'll set that to the side. We'll give these just a couple seconds to cool off here, and then we'll start doing what I consider the best part, which is breaking these bad boys open and taking a look here. It doesn't take long for it to cool off. Matter of fact, the one that's in the first injector here, we'll take a look at it. Whatever little bit was left in it that kind of already cooled down before we got to inject the rest of our molds. So look at that. I know it's kind of hard to see on the camera, but that's about what it'll look like. Like almost a white pearl with some blue highlight and some black flake. Alright. Cleaning my injector out here. Go ahead and clean this other injector. Same thing. Injector number 2. That's what's left out of there. And we can remelt all that later if we wanted to. Alright. Well, let's take a look-see at what we just made here. So these should be good and cool enough to handle. So this has been a requested item here lately. This is the 12mm salmon egg and monkey milk, or monkey shine as Dead on Plastic calls it. Get that laid up there. Look at those bad boys. That's a lot of different fishing baits there. So this thing makes like 40 at a time. So you can see that's 40. If somebody wants to keep counting how many we just made out of 1 cup of plastic, and we still got enough left to probably do the same thing over again, but that's 40. we'll take them off, see if we can get a closer look here. Oh yeah. Let me know what y'all think about that one. Alright. Moving on. This one is a pretty cool little bait here. Might be good for trout or panfish type stuff. This is the 2-inch dragonfly. Alright. And so keep in mind that was 40 on that first one, and this is 6 on the second one, so that's 46 already. Oh yeah. What do y'all think about that? Let's pull one out. Take a look real quick at the little 2-inch dragonfly in our monkey shine. Oh yeah. Try to get it in the light where that blue highlight pops up. Alright. Let me know what y'all think about that one. Moving on to mold number 3. This is a very, very tiny bait. It's 0.875 of an inch. So it's not even a full inch. And this is the cricket. Alright, and it makes, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So we already got 56 different baits here that we've made, and we're not even done. But that's the little cricket. You can see it in the new monkey shine. It's gonna be really hard to see if I just take one of them off, so I'll just hold it up like this. Oh yeah. Alright. Moving on to the next one. The 2.8-inch swim bait. Alright. There we go. I had one come out on the opposite side, but look at that. That looks beautiful. Oh yeah. We'll take one out here. Oh yeah. What do y'all think about that? Beautiful. Alright. So, on to the last one. This is the split tail shad, but it is the 3.75 inch. Okay. Alright. Check that out. Beautiful. Alright. As always, we'll take one down and take a better look at it. Yeah. That'll catch a fish. So let me know what y'all think about our new color here. Which you'll see pictures posted here shortly, later today, of the color, and it'll be available to order if you want a custom or order a custom bait. So real quick, before I get off the live video and take care of some other stuff, just how fun and how easy this stuff is we had 1 cup of plastic, and we still have half a cup left that we could melt down and make more. That's not counting like these individual, like the sprues that come off the top of this. So once I disconnect that bait from it, I could take that leftover piece, melt that down, and make some more. But even just before doing that, we made 40, 50, 56, 60, 64 different fishing baits here. That is a lot of fishing baits. And that's not, we could have pulled more molds down, we could have kept going, we can remelt, but that's just the absolute fun of this. It might be an expensive hobby to get into, to start out with, but once you have it, you'll never have to buy stuff for the rest of your life. And this stuff goes a really long way. That being said, let me switch this camera back up here to me. Alright, remember folks, we've got a lot of things coming here in the next couple months. New to the channel, since hunting season's over, we're switching gears into fishing and fishing videos here at Caleb Temptations. One thing I want to say is I got my social media is linked on the Facebook page, so if this is something you're interested in watching and keeping up with the different videos that I make, be sure to go check that out, and subscribe to my YouTube. That's where I make the longer version of the videos. The main reason I say to do that, if you like this, is because on Facebook Live, the videos only stay on here for 30 days. So it will go away. Now all the pictures and stuff like that, the reels that I've been sharing, all that'll stay on here. But these longer lives where we introduce new product, they only stay on here for 30 days. So go check out my YouTube if that's something you're interested in keeping up with. And we appreciate you for officially watching. And until next time, we'll catch y'all later.